It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Tuck it and run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Trotty. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 43 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Don't get nervous. Let's go. Kill. Turn over. Kill. Turn over. 57's the mic. Rock 57. You remember me? Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Check 99. Let's go. Hey, check. 7, Mike 57. Yeah.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 83 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down.
Just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Beating him there with his legs, 21 yards, 1st down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on. Man left, man left.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jackson going to throw again. And he fires one incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
57 to Mike. Ready? 66. Pull it. High. Hey, check 24. You're up. No. Off. Go. Take it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Watch the shoot.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And some room to work. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
57 Mike. Mike 57. Quick turn. Check. Go. 3 on 3. Motion. 57 to Mike. 57.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll run on first down. Ingram, and forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that one.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And shutting him off, now open field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? They've got his man complete. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now from the gun, he'll throw. And my goodness, another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a game of 3.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable for Thomas. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And a cutback right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 52 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Here's Jackson to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Mike 57.
Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles. What does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep. And then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He uncorks it for Snead. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for 2nd down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Now a desperation. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Jackson on the keeper. Jonathan Peco on the stop.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard
line. Let's go one more. Tight end Ringo. Tight end on Ringo.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Now on second and 16. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Bynes. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's second and 18. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Seahawks.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's second down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Play action. Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 26 yards. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. To throw is Wilson. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. Opening drive touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for 2 and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 26.
You got 3 down. Hey, check my 50.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 74 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. So now the Ravens electing to actually go for 2 here.
Push him back.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught. So they get the 2 points, and now we're even at 8-8. Boy, tie game, first quarter, but still they're going to go with the onside kick. So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they almost feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now Wilson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. These two teams all tied after one.
Switch gears. Go. I got him. That's me. Hey, Mike, shut up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's caught by Roberts. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Now Wilson on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now it's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 8 yards out. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Throwing again here. Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
Green 80! You got nothing there. I want to alert.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Here we go. Blue 80. 50 seconds to Mike. Get the ball.
On first down, Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Tighten up.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Letting one go deep for Roberts. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Roberts got it. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
57 for Mike.
Now Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. Go.
To throw again is Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Wilson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson on first down. It's complete to Snead. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Jackson's throw on target to Willie Snead. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, alert 3, alert.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the Seahawks 10-yard line.
Switch. Let's get the set.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Wilson forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Under 10. Under 10, 10.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
What we got?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Tempo.
3rd and long. It's Wilson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Matt Judon. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Mike, 57.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson going up top. He's got a man complete. The 30, past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back them up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Check 31, check 31.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll bring up a second down.
A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson. And now he'll tuck it and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Check 48 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Jim.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After the run, Watson going to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
It's just me and you.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Jackson now into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 36, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Stepping up. He's good. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On second down, Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Now that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's in for 2. The fake works, and they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, you're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage, for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
47.
Here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on third down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for two. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking for the tying score here, down 15-8 as they have it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Jackson throwing again. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Now he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. It's a kickoff. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Back. Hey.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Who that?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards. Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
53, check 53. Double dog.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Shit. That's Mike. I got him. Mike, 53.
From the gun, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Check four.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, but it'll be 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Cooper was the target there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
And Jackson throwing once more. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Tighten that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Cowboys nothing.
Check 48 to Mike. I got you, Pop. Check.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Watch safety 3. Watch it. Echo. 53 the mic.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going deep. And got his man complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.